guys, and welcome to Crystal Tide Tarot. Welcome to Crystal Tide Tarot. I'm so excited to have you guys here. So in today's reading, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So as the thumbnail suggests, we're going to be figuring out which Major Arcana card are you. So there are 22 Major Arcana Tarot cards in the Tarot Card World Standard 78 Tarot card deck. And each card represents a very eventful and pivotal moment in your life that you're currently going through. So we're going to be figuring out not only what card are you, but what you're currently going through. So it's really going to be reflective of what should be happening for you in the present moment. So I'm really excited to do this. I had this wonderful idea while I was at the beach. I actually haven't even seen if anyone else has done this. I'm sure they have, but I'm really excited to do it with my traditional Rider-Waite giant tarot deck. So what I want you guys to do is, but when I have all the cards laid out, I want you to really think about the question before you pick a number. I am going to be shuffling all the cards and placing sticky notes on them 1 through 22, but they're not going to be in order. So if you have a favorite number, go to that favorite number. If not, you can just deep breathe, close your eyes. Some people close their eyes, deep breathe. Whatever card they land on when they open their eyes is the card meant for them. Sometimes people can also see certain numbers or cards like glowing or blinking. So it depends. Whatever comes to you, let it come. Don't overthink it. So again, as I'm shuffling the cards, I want you to ask the question, which Major Arcana card am I? Or if it's easier, you can ask, where am I currently in my life? Okay? All right. Hi guys, so I have shuffled and rearranged all the cards. I have placed a sticky note on all of the Major Arcana, and again, the corresponding number does not go with the corresponding Major Arcana card. Hello, Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. So you guys chose number 1. So let's go ahead and see the Major Arcana that you picked out. Wow. So you guys have a beautiful, beautiful Empress. Okay. So before we even dive into all the details right off the bat, I am getting that you are in your full feminine power in this current stage of your life. A lot of you may be pregnant. A lot of you may be wanting to be a mother, or maybe being a mother is really kind of taking over a lot of your time and day. I feel as though this is highlighted in mostly a positive way, because we would have gotten a different card if you were feeling overwhelmed or stressed. So a lot of you may be also enhancing your home, building your home, beautifying your home, redesigning your home or your space. This is Venus energy, so all things beauty and love. A lot of you may be prioritizing your looks and your appearance to try and catch a mate. So getting into your full feminine energy in the hopes of looking for love. Some of you also may have started a career in beauty, or maybe looking towards a career in helping or nurturing other people feel beautiful. The Empress is ruled by Libra, so you may have a lot of Libra placements, and with the Empress coming up here as 3, it can also be saying that there may be something that you need to expand in your relationship as a wife or as a mother. Beautiful. All right, so this is your current like where you are currently in your life. This is the chapter that you're fulfilling right now. So what comes after this is the Emperor. So there's your feminine side is being highlighted. So a lot of you also might be diving into self-awareness or like a subconsciousness, like learning things about yourself, maybe even things about your mom, like your own mother, like things that are passed down to you. So I'm going to be getting an energy oracle card to see what kind of advice you have regarding this stage in your life. Okay, I'm just going to be pulling one card. So what is the energy? Oh, I'm going to ask one more time. So what's the energy that Pile 1 should know? What's some advice or a message that they need to know for Pile 1? What's some advice they need to know for Pile 1? Those who chose the Empress. Okay, we have angel, we have woman holding a heart in reverse. It's so interesting because this definitely is like the feminine energy again. This is known as the Queen of Cups. And so because it's reversed, I think that there is some kind of imbalance when it comes to your self-love, Pile 1. So I'm going to go ahead and read to you a little bit from the Energy Oracle booklet on the response for this card in reverse. So the card in reverse can indicate a state of being emotionally overwhelmed, and you may feel as though your love life is turned upside down. It could also refer to some difficulty in a family matter or close friendship. If this is the case, it's time to let go or resolve things now. There's also a possibility that this woman reversed is someone who brings a negative emotional influence in your life. There may be jealousy, resentments, or even subtle manipulations going on. Don't take things personally, but endeavor to bring greater clarity and calm self-empowerment to the situation now, and always remember to bring a loving, heartfelt energy to yourself. So again, revisiting that you may be going through some things with family, or maybe there's for some of you guys, there could be an actual woman that could be manipulating you or causing some kind of negative influence on yourself. For most of you, I am getting that it's a lot of self-love and an imbalance in love and acceptance of yourself. But for some of you, there definitely is a woman who's making herself known right now in your life. Okay? All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. And if you're interested in a personal and private reading, you can visit my Etsy shop in the description box below, where I give you a digital tarot reading such as this one. I hope you have an incredible day, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Pile 2s. Let's go ahead and see what Major Arcana card you are. What life path are you currently going through? What messages are coming through for you now? So we have the beautiful Wheel of Fortune. Wow, how exciting. And I don't flip the cards, so I'm seeing them with you. Big changes for you guys, Pile 2. For some of you, you may be actually moving. You may be starting a new job. There may be a turn of events for you that have kind of changed your course completely, but it's not anything that you can't adapt to. For some of you, you were in quite a fixed energy, meaning that you were more structured, more secure, and something might have happened where you kind of got the rug pulled from under your feet a little bit. But it sounds promising, and it looks like you guys will be able to adapt. I do feel for a lot of you that some of you have gotten an opportunity to travel as well, because this is Sagittarian energy, and the Wheel of Fortune can talk about like with the four fixed signs here can talk about really branching out to the different corners of the earth. I also do feel that some of you might have had a recent battle with either going through divorce or leaving a really toxic workplace or something, because I'm having this like looming demonic spirit underneath. And I know for a lot of people, you know, in tarot, they're like, it's Anubis. But that's kind of what I'm reading intuitively to it. I feel that you have come out victorious despite all odds being against you. For some of you, there are changes that are happening that haven't fully manifested yet. So some of you may be getting a call out of the blue, work, employment offer, some sort of luck or opportunity that's part of your destiny. Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, and this is about luck and prosperity, like abundance that really falls into your lap sometimes. Interesting. For a lot of you, number twos, you also may be very lucky without even knowing it. So I am going to be pulling some one energy oracle card, just to give you advice on a message that you need to see in this very moment. So what is a message that our pile 2 currently needs to see right now? What message does pile 2 currently need to see? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. There's a highlight of hostilities here. What's interesting is we have this like Sphinx at the top. Sphinx. Wielding this sword, and then also with the hostility here, also holding a sword. You know, this card can talk about really feeling like you need to defend yourself, like you need to protect yourself. Sometimes it can be unnecessary, but it's almost like you've been hurt so many times before that you feel like you have to, like you're a little bit on guard. So the card reads, this card shows a man raising his sword in readiness to do battle. When it comes upright, it reveals a situation where hostilities towards you are about to be or have already been engaged. This aggressive energy may be verbal or emotional, with someone in your environment being excessively critical, demanding, or hurtful. In a work or social situation, there may be backstabbing or out-and-out slander going on. This is different from the deceit card because the hostile energies are more apparent, more overt. In fact, you may have been living with them for some time, but whether this is new or old energy, now is the time to regain control. Allowing dishonoring treatment from others is an open invitation on the universe to send you more. It may feel risky, but you need to have the courage to stand up for yourself now and always. This is what I was talking about with that energy of this, both Egyptian gods here. It's almost like I feel like you have been dealing with some kind of hostile energy or some disagreement. Maybe some of you are moving out of a very uncomfortable home and feel like you need to always like kind of walk on eggshells or be able to counter someone's moves before they make it, and that gets exhausting. That is tired. That's so tiring to do. All right, my beautiful pile 2s. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoyed this content. You can give a thumbs up or comment down below if you'd like to support my channel. And I do offer personal and private tarot readings on my Etsy shop, Crystal Tide Tarot, and the link is in the description box below. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3. So if you chose the number 3, let's go ahead and see what your Major Arcana card is. Where are you currently in life? What messages are coming through for you? Wow, oh my gosh, we have the sun. I'm seeing this card for the first time as well, so that's why I'm giving this reaction. So we have the sun. This is beautiful. So for a lot of you, you may have recently had a child, may have recently given birth. Some of you might have even just been spending a lot of time with children, spending a lot of time outdoors, changing something in your habits, where you are just kind of getting a little bit more sun and vitamins, like all the elements that you need, because the 4 flowers in this tarot card specifically represent earth, water, air, and fire. So I feel like you're getting your needs met on all levels. There also might have been some sort of victory that you're celebrating. Some of you might have recently gotten free from something, some kind of contract, or might have heard good news recently, where you're just celebrating. This is a victory. This is a win. For a lot of you as well, you may be currently being seen in a positive light, and this may be new for you. This card is ruled by Leo, and Leo is proudly stands on the spotlight and loves to be noticed and likes to feel proud of themselves and recognized. So I do feel that a lot of you are being recognized for your spirit, and even a lot of you for your wisdom. Maybe some of you have just gone through travels and really been struggling, and you're finally able to smell the roses, or smell the sunflowers in this case, which is beautiful. With this waving red flag, it does remind me of the first chakra, the red chakra, which can talk about survival. So I do feel that some of you might have been given an opportunity which is being celebrated when it comes to your survival. So maybe finding a new place to live, being given an opportunity on more money or something like that, that really enhances your security in surviving. I do think that for a lot of you, there is also some acceptance on who you are. There's something about your face here with the sun's face just in the center of the card. It's really calling out to me. There's almost like a neutral acceptance, like not negative, not positive, just a comfortable acceptance of who you are. And this makes you feel content. It makes you feel good. This is beautiful. All right, my pile threes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be pulling an energy oracle card just to get some advice for you on whatever's going on in your life. So this is just an extra bonus card that I'm pulling. So what does our beautiful pile threes, our beautiful sun cards, what is a message that they need to see? What is the message that they need to see for number 3? What is the message our pile 3 needs to see? What is the message our pile 3 needs to see? Our sun group. What is the message our pile 3 needs to see? What is the message our pile 3 needs to see? Wow, okay. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. So this is your crown chakra, and it's interesting, I almost said this, but I decided to let it flow. The child in the card is wearing a crown. And it's very small detail because it kind of blends in with the sunflower in the back. But when the card's blown up this way, because this card is so large, you're able to really see that he has a flower crown, and there's like a red feather that really matches the red flag. So the crown chakra is really all about being enlightened, coming to a place of full understanding about everything. It's the highest peak and understanding of everything in its existence. Again, because the 7th chakra can also rule knowledge, it does rule knowledge. Some of you also could have recently graduated, or maybe started out. There's might be even something here with like your inner child that you were able to understand or reach, because the 7th chakra is like saying you finally realized it, you finally recognized it, like you're above everything else in its existence on the physical plane, like you're able to understand things on a higher level. There's enlightenment here about who you were as a child and who you are now. This is really beautiful. Wonderful, pile 3. Well, if you enjoyed this reading, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for more content. Please give me a thumbs up, comment down below. It would really support my channel and I very much appreciate it. If you're interested in receiving a private or personal reading, I do offer readings on my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box below. It is Crystal Tide Tarot, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye! Hello, pile 4. Let's see what major arcana you are, what messages are coming through for you. What's the chapter that you're currently facing in life? All right, so my pile 4, you have the High Priestess. Beautiful, beautiful card. So this is the second card in the major arcana. And the High Priestess represents all-knowing. There may be something that some kind of knowledge or secret that you may have recently gotten your hands, or I should say your ears on, your thoughts on. You might have learned some really valuable information about something that was hidden for a long time. A lot of you, I feel, are also going through some kind of scholarship, some kind of internship program, or some kind of program that was given to you because it's like part of your destined path. We have the 2 pillars here, and I just think of Gemini, and also 2 and 2 here. This is like the pillars of intelligence for Gemini. So there might be a lot of things that you're learning, acquiring, reading, studying, really like having this thirst for knowledge to learn more and more and more. And it's not on a selfish level or a self-serving level. It's on a level to understand and to help. Right behind the High Priestess is all this beautiful water in the background. And even her gown here, this robe at the bottom, looks like waves. And we still have the intuition and the preciseness of this moon here with the crescent moon. A lot of you also may be wanting to get pregnant or do something to improve your fertility. There also may be some of you who are having issues with your fertility. We see the pomegranate on this sheet, or this background, this backdrop. We don't know what it is. I feel like it's a cloth. But we see these pomegranates, which can represent fertility, womanhood, and I feel like some of you may be having issues when it comes to getting pregnant, or maybe even issues with your reproductive area. Some of you also might be venturing into faith and your religious, and some kind of religious support. I'm getting. It's almost like you feel at peace more with your faith than ever before. The High Priestess is someone who sits comfortably. She doesn't feel rushed. She doesn't feel uncomfortable. She feels like safe and with the knowledge. She feels peaceful. A lot of you also might be realizing your strengths and powers when it comes to helping people. The High Priestess is someone who who represents someone spiritual. So this can be a tarot reader. Maybe a lot of you have been getting into any form of faith. It doesn't have to be religion. Could be witchcraft. Could be anything. But some of you may be realizing your gifts and understanding what your gifts are. The High Priestess can also represent a therapist, someone who intuitively has like secrets from the universe that they get without even being told, like messages and downloads that they get because that's just part of their destiny. This card is all about spiritual destiny, and this is the chapter that you're going through in your life. You're reaching a point where you're understanding who you are, what your powers are, and how important your knowledge is. Now it's more like, what can you do with it? You know, you're not there yet. Right now you're just sitting in all of it and all of this abundance of knowledge and intuition. And the thing about intuition is a lot of the time, like, it comes to you. You can do things to channel it, but for most people, you know, it just kind of comes to them, like secondhand nature. All right, my pile fours. So I am going to pull an energy oracle card to see what message you need to see right now. For some of you, because the High Priestess can be someone that you go to, some of you may be wanting to heal yourself, and you may be looking for someone who can do that. This could be a message for some of you that you may need to seek out a High Priestess. So someone who can heal you on more spiritual level. The High Priestess can be a therapist, but I am going to say it's more on in like esoteric and spiritual level. So someone who can kind of help heal you emotionally. Okay, what does our pile 4 need to know? Pile 4, High Priestess group. What do they need to know? What does pile 4 need to know? First chakra, Archangel Michael. So this chakra is the chakra that rules your, this is your root chakra. This is your survival instinct, your stability. So there's something here, pile 4, that you may be feeling like there's something that you're learning that has to do with your survival. So you may have been feeling understanding your defenses. If you get defensive around certain things, or you get protective around certain things, if you are fight or flight, this is the chakra that's involved and responsible for all of that. This is the chakra that's responsible for your home, your connection with yourself, your body, your fears, right? If it's unbalanced, you're afraid, you're defensive, you're angry, you can get greedy, you can get very selfish. If it's balanced, then you're comfortable, you're peaceful, you feel safe. So this is being highlighted because this is in connection of the High Priestess. There's something that you're wanting to figure out and know, and you'll get to the bottom of it because the High Priestess always does. It's just right now it may be hidden, but keep in mind it may have to do with lineage, may have to do with a mother, like where you come from with the femininity, the pomegranate here on the High Priestess, because the High Priestess ends up turning into the Empress. She ends up becoming the mother, right? Once she gets pregnant from the Magician. So I feel like there's something here that you have to learn about your survival and your security, and you have to learn it spiritually. So maybe through meditation, maybe through Reiki healing, or even tarot. Or if someone who you know could help you. Okay? All right, pile 4. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video and your reading, please consider subscribing to my channel for more content. Give me a thumbs up and comment down below. I would very much appreciate it. It'd be very supportive towards my channel. If you are interested in receiving a personal or private tarot reading, you can check out my Etsy shop in the description box below. It's Crystal Tide Tarot. Thanks so much, and hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, my pile 5s. Hello, hello, hello. So welcome. Let's go ahead and see what your Major Arcana card is, and where you are, what chapter you are in your life, and what messages are coming through for you. Ooh, so we have the Lovers. Beautiful, beautiful Lovers. So I'm wondering if I can show this on YouTube. Sometimes I always get worried that I can't show it. So with the, actually let me put the crystal there instead. There we go. So with the Lovers here, I am getting that some of you may have recently found a partner, or someone who you feel like could potentially be your half. And now, although the Lovers can describe many things, I do have to point that out, because I feel like this is almost like destiny. maybe right when you saw this person, there probably was a lot of attraction, or maybe you were kind of like shocked at the connection that you might have had with this person. For some of you, you also may be experiencing a temptation. If you are in a relationship or a marriage, you may be experiencing some kind of temptation with another person. You do have the snake here with the female on the left side and the fire on the right side. You know, this can be like temptations of the flesh for some of you. For others, because this is Gemini energy, you may have also found a very close friend, or like almost like an instant connection with someone on a friendship level. So someone who you feel could be your half. This card can come out for best friends a lot of the time, because it's almost like you're opposites, but like almost like twins at the same time. For some of you, if this is a friendship or relationship that you feel that has been instant and captivating, there is something about this connection that is guided and supported by your angels. And for some of you, you may be being protected to not be tempted by this person if you feel like you are being tempted. There's also a highlight of conscious and unconscious energy with the female and the male here being highlighted in the cards. This can mean that you need to find more balance with both of those like parts of your mind. Maybe kind of understanding consciously what you want and listening to the unconscious, the subconscious, not unconscious, the subconscious voices or thoughts. That's more of the feminine side there. Sometimes the subconscious thoughts are a little bit more powerful. Interesting. So I am going to be pulling an energy oracle card just to kind of see what's some advice that you guys need to know in this very moment. I do feel here that with the Lovers, sometimes this can also be quite tricky, where you get the impulse to do something and think that this might be the right choice or this might be the right decision, but that's not always what that is. I just kind of want to caution some of you, because I know the Lovers can seem very positive, but to me, it's always been a cautious card. So for our pile fives, what is a message they need to see? Those who chose pile 5. Thank you. Walking away. Interesting. Interesting. It's number 27. So there may be a choice going on here. So this could even be talking about a partner, someone who you've been with, or someone who you are with. So walking away, letting go, and moving on. Upright, the card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking away into a misty, unknown future. This card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with, perhaps a career goal, a relationship, or long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity of the situation may be enticing, but now you're ready to look at your options on the open road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. This card also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of an old habit, emotional pattern, or false belief. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself or others. Whether it's time, the inner world, or outer world, whether it's in the inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have the readiness and resources to walk away from the old and move forward now. Which is interesting, inner and outer world. This is like inner and outer world. So again, highlighting what the Lovers is definitely a choice or decision that you have to make. Very important. But the thing is that this Lovers, again, when I see the Lovers, I'm always thinking of caution. So be careful in the decision you make, pile 5. Okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoyed it. You can also give me a thumbs up and comment down below in the video. I would very much appreciate it, even if it's just a smiley face emoji. Anything helps for my channel. I mean, it would really mean a lot to me. And if you are interested in receiving a personal or private reading, you can check out my Etsy shop in the description box below. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, pile 6, and welcome to your reading. So let's see what your major arcana is. What chapter of life are you currently experiencing, or what are some messages that are coming out to you now? Okay. All right, wow, we have the Justice card. I'm seeing these cards with you, so then the reaction is definitely real. So we have the Justice card here, beautiful. Okay, let's see. So right off the bat, a lot of you may be undergoing some kind of legal obligation, legal responsibility. Some of you may be finalizing contracts. Some of you may be finalizing marriages. Or maybe even divorces, right? It goes both ways. Some of you also might be exploring career options in the justice system, or maybe something in the legal system there as well, like in law. Justice is ruled by Libra, 7th house of marriage and relationships. So there may be some kind of contract that you are familiarizing yourself with your partner. So this can also talk about what's just, like what is right and wrong, what things need to be done. Justice can also highlight karmic things that you may not be able to see. We are getting a lot of red highlighted here. The red is ruled by the root chakra. Which is all about survival and stability. And we do have this cloth here that's kind of veiling a lot of the truth. But the thing is this with the sword upright, it's almost like saying, reminding me of the Queen of Swords energy, which is someone who definitely gets down to the bottom of it, gets down to the truth, is able to reveal things, has the power to learn that knowledge eventually. So maybe not now, but eventually things will balance out for you. This is a very positive card. This card can talk about success. This card can talk about things going your way because you deserve it. Some caution from this card can talk about kind of worrying if you might be stuck in something karmic that hasn't been completed. Maybe something that needs to be forgiven, even when it comes to karmic connections. So maybe you wronged someone or someone wronged you. It's almost like there's unfinished business here. A lot of the times, though, the outcome is positive, especially with behind the veil is yellow. And yellow can be associated with the sun, and like confidence, happiness, optimism. It's also identified with the Fool energy, which can be someone who is ready and open for something new. I think there also may be, I think you right now, specifically the chapter that you're going through in your life, you may be taking a first step on something that hasn't been done in a very long time. You might be also defending someone that in a way is kind of validating or defending yourself. If you're helping someone out because you want to, because you care, it could be an underdog, could be someone who you see as getting mistreated or something something, you see that something that's just not moral, something that's not good, something that's not right, and you're kind of standing up for this person. You decided to put your foot forward. I do think that this is incredibly good karma for you to be helping others. Let's go ahead and get an energy oracle card to see what messages you need to know right now. For some of you, if there's something that you've been wanting, a new job, a new move, more like a raise, something, justice here can also be saying that you have been dealing with this for a long time and you're finally going to get your reward, that you will finally get something that you deserve. All right. Universe, what is the message that pile 6 needs to see? What is the message that pile 6 needs to see? Something they need to know. What's the message they need to see or know? What's the message they need to see or know? Thank you. Wow, Healer of the Ages. Incredible. It's interesting because both of these characters are kind of, I know one's sitting, but they kind of remind me, they're just very similar. Just facing front. Yeah, it's almost like you are doing something for someone else, and this is like good for you. It's like almost like you're healing a part of yourself because of this. Let's see what 51 is. So 51 reads, health and vitality. This powerful being brings the force of ancient wisdom and profound healing. The light of divine consciousness pours from his hands and heart, flowing to you with love and powerful healing intention. This amazing entity is with you now, bringing resolution to physical, mental, and emotional ills, helping to unblock stuck energy and to revitalize your life force. You may have felt the strong presence recently, or you may just be opening to the wonderful sensations now. You can call upon this emissary of miraculous transformation whenever you need vitality, balance, or renewal. Know that at the deepest level, an important healing is taking place. This is interesting. There's something then I definitely stand by that karmic statement earlier. This is something by you doing something, it's healing a part of you that you needed to heal. Something maybe you didn't do for yourself when you should have, or no one else did for you. Something like that. All right, my beautiful pile 6s. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up and comment down below. It would very much support my channel and I'd very much appreciate it. If you are interested in receiving a personal or private reading, you can visit my Etsy shop in the description box below. It is Crystal Tide Tarot, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, pile 7. Let's go ahead and see what major arcana card you are. So what chapter are you going through in your life, or what are some messages that you need to know regarding your current situation? So we have the number 7. So we have the moon. Okay, interesting. The moon. All right. So some of you may be struggling with your emotions lately. So I am getting that a lot of you have had a lot of emotional turmoil recently about something. Now this can be about work, like career, family, friends, relationships, love. There's just been some like confusing emotions and maybe almost a little bit of fear of pain. Fear of like you're feeling disconnected. Some of you also might have you're not sure what you need to do or who you need to be. The moon can be confusing. It can also talk about things that are concealed, things that you can't see. So I feel like some of you are not sure if you should be a dog, if you should be a wolf, right? And this is like conscious, subconscious energy here, and something more wild and something more domesticated is really what the metaphor here is in the card. But there are some very, very deep thoughts and feelings that have been stowed and stored away in the depths of the waters for you, for your inner mind, and very, very dark waters. And some of these may be surfacing because the moon wants to hide all this. The moon card wants to conceal these things. But you have no choice, especially with the recent full moon that we've had, and being in, Venus retrograde, right? And I think it's in Leo. There may be a lot of discovering of things that you want, things that you don't want in life, feeling kind of confused on what you deserve. There also may be a lot of mixed signals that you're getting from your form of faith. So whether this is religion or your spirituality, I do know that these, they look like cherry blossoms, like petals. These are supposed to represent your connection, your signs from spirit, or whatever form of faith that you have. But because it is mixed up in this card, in between these two towers, it can talk about being in between struggle or even crisis at times. The road does seem long ahead. It seems weary and tiring and exhausting. A lot of you also, if you are having a lot of mood swings or feeling very sad, crying spells, things of that nature, just like deep, deep thoughts. This is saying that, this is only temporary. Eventually, these things will subside. This mood will change. For some of you, there is something that you've been keeping from someone that may need to be shared because this is causing you stress. Internally, this does not feel good, holding this secret in. For someone, there may be someone who isn't, for some of you, there may be someone in your life who isn't telling you something, and you know they're keeping it a secret, and it bothers you, it hurts you, because you have to turn the other way and pretend you don't see it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and see what the energy oracle cards say as far as what is a message that you need to know. Beautiful pile sevens. So what does pile 7 need to know? And what's interesting is pile 7 on the life path number, this is someone who does seek the truth. This is a life path number for people who, and check your birthday, add all the numbers. So you can just Google it, like, what's my life path number, and see if you are a number 7 or not. You need to find the answers. And the thing is the moon talks about a lot of intuition. This is ruled by Pisces. This is Pisces energy. This is old, weary, wise, intuitive, psychic energy that is just so overwhelming at times. A lot of you might have also had some really gnarly dreams, and you're just like, what do I do with this? I don't know what to do with this. Because the moon can talk about that as well. So what is a message that our pile 7 needs to see? What is the message our pile 7 needs to see? What's the message our pile 7 does pile 7 need to know? Okay. Interesting. Goddess of the moon. I think that a lot of you guys, excuse me, need to be doing something with the moon. I think the moon is there for your advantage. A lot of you, I think this is like my witchy pile for people who have more powers than they know, more intuition and more understanding of the universe than they know. It's almost like it's so deep, it's like uncomfortable, it's painful a little bit, it's anxiety inducing. But I promise you, if you conquer this is a superpower. Being able to tune into your intuition. So 52 reads intuition and going within. This card shows an eternal spirit holding the bright reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear waters of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched upward, receiving the light of the moon, the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving the card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. Yes, that's what I was saying. The goddess of the moon brings you all sorts of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you could get the urge to take a different route home from work and find out later that you avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. Or you might have an idea for a great invention, a stock investment, or a spellbinding novel. This card could also indicate a significant blossoming of psychic ability and mediumship, even on a professional level. You're always blessed with this ability to connect, but the card is telling you that now is the perfect time to open up. Get ready for the amazing inspiration this brings. Yes, this is my witchy pile. I'm telling you guys, you have the gifts to understand things. And the thing is this knowledge, this intuition can be scary at times, because the moon is a very uncomfortable card. It can bring a lot of fear and a lot of, because it's unknowing, right? Things are always kind of popping up, like you're getting messages to you. Kind of like the tides, like things go in, things go out, they come when they want. But this is a skill. It is telling you that you need to start strengthening this muscle, this intuitive muscle here in your mind. And this is a gift, Pile 7. Well, I really hope you enjoyed your reading. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you enjoyed the content, give me a thumbs up and comment down below. I would very much appreciate it. It would really help out my channel. If you're interested in receiving a personal or private reading, you can check out my Etsy shop in the description box below. It is called Crystal Tie Tarot. Thanks so much, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Pile 8s. Let's go ahead and see what Major Arcana card are you, and what life path or life chapter are you currently going through? Okay. All right, so number 8. What messages are coming through? Beautiful. So we have the Hermit here. This is number 9 in tarot. So a lot of you, Pile 8s, you guys are like my spiritual wanderers right now. So a lot of you guys might have been spending a lot of time alone. Hermit can be very literal in that sense, where it means you've been kind of being a little more introverted, trying to preserve your energy. Now, I can tell you the light sides of this card, the dark sides of this card, and just to kind of intuitively feel what's going on. So I think some of you guys have been really tapping into your spiritual knowledge. So some of you might be trying to learn more about yourself, more about your religion, really kind of travel to dark places in your mind, or dark places in your past or your history that no one else is really willing to travel. So you're brave in that sense, where you're willing to do it alone with nothing but, this lantern, nothing but the hope and the knowledge of, and maybe even support from faith, as I kind of see like the Star of David here. And this is really what's guiding you. We have the wand here, and in tarot, wands are action and motivation and passion. So I feel like that's what's driving you, is this connection to your spirituality, your support, and your faith. The Hermit is someone who wants to understand, wants to learn. This is Virgo energy, and Virgos are all about being scholars, studying things, understanding how things work, and specifically with analysis, so analyzing things. You may be analyzing yourself, analyzing others, but doing it on a level where you're doing it by yourself because you want to know. I don't get a negative energy with that. It's more so of just wanting to understand. For some of you, you may also be focused on your health. Some of you may have continued, well, you could be continuing your health journey, but some of you could also have started recently walking, or getting some kind of like low moderate exercise, some kind of low moderate cardio, and that's been peaceful for you. It's been making you feel important. For others of you, I feel that this may have started out as a spiritual journey, and really kind of being alone to learn, and it may have branched out into isolation from others, isolation from friends, isolation from family. I feel that some of you may have shut others out because it feels easier. And although, you know, an old man can represent someone who is very wise, can also represent someone who doesn't change their ways. So keep that in mind if you feel, just take a moment to gather some self-awareness on what's going on to see if that's what you're currently going through. So let's go ahead and see what the energy oracle cards have for you as far as maybe what message you need to hear. For some of you, you may be looking for specific answers for something that may or may not change your life. I feel that with the Hermit, it's kind of like you've been doing research or wanting to know something that may have to do with something you may have missed. Because the Hermit is someone who travels alone, but maybe somewhere on your travels you lost something or you lost someone and you're trying to figure out what happened. This is someone who wants to do the research, wants to do the work to figure out what's going on. There's also someone who wants to guide others, though, as well. I feel that some of you may be a teacher and bestow your wisdom onto others and help other people out. All right, pile 8. What does pile 8 need to know? What does pile 8? Oh, that was fast. So you do have financial constraints coming out. This may, you know, have a lot to do with why you've been alone. For some of you, you could have even been wandering for work. Maybe there's not a lot of things going on for you right now, and you're really just kind of hoping that something will happen, something will change. Number 13. This card shows an old-fashioned safe with little money but lots of cobwebs and dust. Money may be tight this time, so rein in your spending and be wise about the financial requirements in your life. This is not a time of indulgence, so be aware of what's really important and consciously choose your expenditures. There's a big difference between what you need and what you want. This card is telling you to take care of your needs and bide your time. Things will get better, but for now, be willing to live more conservatively and always value the money and good things you already have. I do think that you're already doing this, though. I do think you're already doing this. I think this may just be saying that this is why. You may have been keeping to yourself a little bit more than usual. You may have been kind of reserving your energy, reserving your money, really kind of hoping to find something, maybe work. Things have been slow right now for you. Interesting. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you enjoyed this content, you can subscribe to this channel. Please consider giving me a thumbs up and commenting down below in the comment section. I'd very much appreciate it. It really helps out my channel. If you're interested in receiving a private or personal reading, you can check out my Etsy shop in the description box below. And thanks so much, and hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, pile 9. Let's see what your major arcana, what your current chapter in life is, and what messages are coming through for you. Wow, so we have the Judgment card. And so I'm first seeing it with you guys too, by the way. So I haven't flipped over the cards. So this is my natural reaction. So this is exciting. Okay, so Judgment. So with the Judgment card here, I do feel that a lot of you are currently being recognized for something that maybe is way, way overdue. For some of you guys, this could be at work, but I feel for a lot of you, it could be in relation to family. I feel that a lot of you may be the person in your family to help others, the person in your family to really provide support and recognition to those who are struggling. And I feel like people are saying these things about you. I don't think that you know, because a lot of the time Judgment talks about the reckoning, but it can also be things that have been dormant for some time coming back to life. And I think people might have even gotten used to who you are or what you do until recently. There might have been some kind of awakening or recognition of who you are and your efforts. It's almost like, and maybe some of you might have even stopped. I just had to put that message out there. For others, this can talk about opportunity or success in for your family, like in housing, in homes. This might be some kind of call or news that you're getting that's joyous, that is, you're able to celebrate. It's almost like some of you might have feel that you were in survival mode. You had nothing was coming, nothing was happening. It was almost like, and I think some of you are actually really, really struggling. Some of you may even be homeless or very, very poor. And I feel like it's almost like, where is my support? Where is I've been praying, I've been needing this. And it's like, finally someone is recognizing you, someone is seeing you, someone is going to help you, someone is coming with aid, someone is coming to take care of you. And this person has speed. Whoever is going to be contacting you or helping you, this person is going to make things happen fast. It's interesting. For a lot of you, there might have been recent prayer for someone to get better, someone being ill, or someone feeling very sick. And for some of you, these prayers are being answered. Your prayers have been heard. You have been manifesting this. You have been creating this. You have been pushing for this, and it's happening because of you. And it benefits so many people, which is actually really beautiful. Let's see what the energy oracle cards have to say. So I am going to be pulling a card to see what type of message it is. Or I'm just going to be pulling one card. But what is the message that you need to hear right now? For some of you, I also see something like artistic happening. Maybe for some of you, you could very well play music. And there may be some kind of recognition, or even you getting back into a certain hobby. Like maybe you found your calling. It doesn't even have to be music. It could be anything. It could be anything that you are good at. And people are able to realize that. People are seeing that. For a lot of you, for definitely many of you, you are protected. You have your angels watching over you. This is Archangel Michael. It's also the same angel that's in Temperance, and I believe in the Lover's card. If some of you have been very upset because you guys have been waiting for something to happen, just know that it was delayed for a reason. You weren't ready yet, or now you're at a time where you'll be able for one thing to happen, and all these things are going to be happening back to back. All right, what does our pile nines, what's the message they need to know? What do our pile nines need to know? What does pile 9 need to know? Thank you. We have the garden and the gate in reverse. Interesting. It did kind of come on its side, but I'm going to go ahead and take it in reverse. The garden and the gate in reverse. If this card is reversed, it indicates the happy choice to open the door to a more spiritual pursuit. You may have been obsessed with worldly issues before, but your readiness to go deeper is now here. Many people believe that they cannot live in a material world, make lots of money, and engage in spiritual priorities at the same time. But you now realize that this isn't true. In fact, you can bring this wonderful spiritual focus to any endeavor. And when you do, you'll find that beyond your garden, the universe is willing to fill your life with beauty and joy. Expect the unexpected, for joyous synchronicity abounds. This is interesting because Judgment can also talk about the rebirth of yourself, right? Like you being resurrected, a part of something that has died off, that has ended, that is over. So there could be a part of you, like this saying, leaving some materialism or what you thought you needed behind, and only really kind of moving forward with spirituality and your faith, which is actually really beautiful, which is going to bring you more peace. You're ready to take that step, pile 9. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I would also appreciate it if you guys would give me a thumbs up or comment on my video in the comments down below. It really helps out my channel and it would mean a lot to me, even if it's just a smiley face or something silly. If you are interested in receiving a personal and private tarot reading, you can check out my Etsy shop in the description box below, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my pile 10s. Welcome to your reading. So let's see what major arcana card you are, what chapter in life that you're going through, or any other messages that are coming out. All right. Ooh, so a lot of you guys have the Magician. Very, very interesting. Beautiful, beautiful card. So the Magician is the #1 card in tarot. Right before this is 0, which is the Fool. So a lot of you might be experiencing like in your full power right now, having things fall into your lap. Some of you very well be magicians or work with magic and spell casting. This is saying that you have all the tools you need and you are just freaking wrecking stuff up. I'm trying not to curse on here, but it's basically saying that you are well gifted. You're extremely talented. You make things happen for yourself. A lot of the time these are good intentions, because all cards have a dark side, but because of all this yellow, this beautiful golden background here, this is the energy of the Fool, where you're open to new possibilities. You're optimistic for the things that are coming to you. And the Magician is also someone who, because they have all the tools and everything they need, they're also someone who has a lot of wisdom. They're also someone who is a scholar. They're not worried or the type to stop learning. They want to keep learning, and they also want to teach. This is someone who wants to teach. This is someone who has the power of manifestation. This is someone who gets what they want because they can, because they have the power to take it on. There is a sort of elegance that you have, pile 10, and I think right now what you guys might be going through is realizing that you have extreme influence. So some of you may even be like experimenting with things online, being seen, being put in the spotlight, realizing how much power and influence you have over people. I hope most of you are using it for good, but again, every card has a dark side. This is someone who can be a car salesman. This is someone who can be like an influencer, teacher, scientist. This is someone who's brave, pretty much fearless, secure in themselves. Very, very, very secure in themselves. I do feel that a lot of you might have let other people, seen other people succeed around you, seen other people get what they want out of life. And I feel like you might have been recently inspired by something and you said, it's my turn. And you finally are standing up and getting what you need, putting yourself in that spotlight to get what you need and what you deserve. This is a very proud card. I believe this is Aries energy. So this card is about the self. Aries motto is I am. This is Mars. This is an action-oriented card. So whatever's going on with you, pile 10, I feel like it's very fast. I mean, even me speaking, out of all the piles, this is the fastest the messages are coming out. Your mind has been nonstop. There have been things that you are doing nonstop. It's like go, 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 go. Trying to get all these things done. And you can. Even if at times if you feel overwhelmed, you just keep going. You just keep going. It's very powerful. For some of you, you guys might have lost something. Maybe like damaged your car, something got broken, things like that. And you're trying to get things back using magic or the law of attraction. I'm telling you, this pile has manifestation powers for sure. Interesting. There is a part of you, pile 10, some of you that, for a lot of you, this is definitely because this is the self with Aries. A lot of you are doing this for yourself, to get things for yourself that you want and need. But for the big portion of you, a lot of you are getting the things that others need for them. There's some pure-hearted people in this pile that is trying to get resources for others that may be in need, or others that no one else would speak up for. And you're being the one to say, like me, I'll do it, I'll say it. Especially with the Magician holding, let's see, we have the wand. It's like this, it's not a candle. I feel like it's some kind of like scripture or something. Which is interesting because some of you also might have even graduated or received some kind of recognition or certification for something. Interesting. Because again, this is like knowledge, so some of you might have been certified or gotten a degree. What does pile 10 need to know? What is the message that they need to know? I'm going to be pulling one card from the Energy Oracle deck. A lot of you also might have been like saving. You're saving a bunch. Just keep hoarding things almost, all of your resources. And now like you're ready to use it. You're ready to use it all for something really important. Something you've been wanting for a long, long time. Some of this might even have to be with school. Yes, that strategy. That is incredible. This is such a fierce pile. It's probably my fiercest pile so far. I know I'm only halfway. Or almost halfway. But this is very interesting. Pile 10. Let's look at number 21 for you with the strategy card. Making a plan. This card shows a pen, journal, compass, and key. When you receive this card upright, it indicates that this is the optimum time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals. That's so interesting. I was just saying, a lot of you guys have been holding up to get something, to finally use it. Write about the direction you want to go in. Consider any potential change in course that may be needed. Be aware of the particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the short-term goals needed to make your long-term goal a reality. This card is telling you to spend time setting things in order. It's time to take full control. And add a thought to action and set your sights on the road ahead. You guys, you couldn't get a more perfect card with the Magician. They even said it themselves. There's a compass, there's a key, there's a map, there's a feather, there's even coins. There's like all these different resources on the table for things to get done. You finally have it. You have the strategy, just do it, go for it. For some of you, if you feel like this is not the energy that you're in, this is your calling to get in this energy. For a lot of you, I feel this is going back to school or taking initiative to do something in your first chakra with the red here. Maybe even your sacral chakra as well with yellow, but something that will enhance your confidence and your security, your sense of security. Okay. All right, pile 10. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you guys could give a thumbs up or comment in the video down below. Even just a smiley face, anything helps. Kind of put me back on the algorithm. If you're interested in receiving a personal or private reading, you can always check out my Crystal Tide Tarot shop and my Etsy shop in the description box below. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my pile 11s. Let's go ahead and find out what major arcana or what chapter you're currently in your life. Let's see what other messages come through. So we have the Hanged Man. Interesting. So we are in this Piscean energy. So you might feel like lately you guys have been in kind of like a stupor, not sure where you're headed, what you're doing. I feel like a lot of you guys were on progress for something and then something got stopped. There might have been like an external obstacle, something that you couldn't control. Just kind of happened and might have been putting you on pause. For some of you, there is someone who you are trying to be in contact with, but you can't get a hold of them. And it's not because this person is intentionally ignoring you. I do feel like this person can't talk to you. It could be because maybe there's like a wrong number or a wrong email or something, like the messages aren't getting through. For others, I feel that this person is literally just very tied up with like work or responsibilities, school, things of that nature. With the Hanged Man, there is something here in your life that you are supposed to see from a different perspective. And it does have to do with your 7th chakra, your crown chakra. So there is some important piece of knowledge that that you either have come in contact with but you missed, or you will be coming in contact with, and the Hanged Man here is telling you not to miss it. If you miss this vital piece of information, you may never be able to understand a situation the way you're supposed to. And of course, I can't, we're not pulling other cards here, so you kind of have to intuitively just dig deep and see what comes up for you when I mention that. You know, what is something that confuses you in your life right now? Whether if it's a relationship with someone, whether if it's faith, your connection to your partner, whatever it may be. What is something that you feel confuses you? There's an important piece of knowledge that you may acquire soon, and this is actually what will set you free, what will help you understand. For a lot of you, you also could intentionally be taking a break from something. I know I mentioned the external obstacles coming into play if you were like in school or at work, things that are kind of putting you, making you slow down. For some of you, this is an intentional choice to refrain, to hold back, to take a break. For a lot of you right now, there is peace in the Hanged Man. And I know it might not look that way because it's like, what? You know, it's like he's upside down and his hands are tied. Well, what do you mean? But you might be put in a situation where you have to really kind of dig into your intuition. This top blue blouse is very similar to the High Priestess, which is a card all about intuition and your inner knowledge. Again, aligning with the 7th chakra, the enlightenment here. There also is, the leggings are red, which does remind me of like your fire signs, but also like your root chakra, first chakra. So things that are based on survival. I do feel that some of you might have also even had an injury, or there might be something prohibiting you from being able to move, or you're being told to, it's almost like you're being told to wait, or being put in a position where you really have no choice but to kind of wait things out. and you're confused. You might not be getting any messages or reasons as to why. And because this is a Piscean ruled card, you will have to dig intuitively to figure out what's going on and why you're in this pause, why you're in this limbo of nothingness almost. So we're going to be pulling one energy oracle card from the energy oracle card deck. And this is just for us to see what any messages, what message you need to see. Okay? For a lot of you, this pause is actually going to cause a lot of inner growth in your stability and your confidence. You're going to nurture yourself from taking this pause. You might not see it now, but something's happening for you. For pile 11, what is the message that pile 11 needs to see? What is the message pile 11 needs to see? Wow, so funny. Action in reverse, which is exactly what the Hangman is. You know, this is supposed to happen for you. You're definitely not supposed to take any action here. I wonder if there's something that your guides are helping you avoid by not putting you in the path of something else that could be worse. So reverse, this card reads, action is the accelerant that ignites your desires, but when this card is reversed, you may find that something is missing in your determination or follow through. Perhaps you've been engaging in more wishful thinking than in any consistent effort. Or perhaps you need to make adjustments in what you're paying attention to. Create a structured plan, then make sure you take daily action. This will move you closer to your goals. Be flexible yet persistent, and ever conscious of your ability to act on your own behalf. Now, for those of you who are intentionally taking a break, perhaps this break has been going on too long. The card in action in reverse can say, it's time to finally make a move. You know, maybe you've acquired this knowledge, maybe you've had this growth, maybe you've been there too long. So take this energy oracle card as your sign to really kind of take that first step to untie yourself. All right? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you would please give me a thumbs up and a comment down below in my comment section, I'd very much appreciate it. And of course, if you're looking for a personal or private reading, you can check out my Etsy shop in the link description box below. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, my pile 12s. Let's go ahead and see what is in your Major Arcana card. What Major Arcana card are you? And where are you currently in your life? What chapter of life are you in? What messages are going to come through for you? All right, beautiful. So we have the Chariot. The Chariot card, very, very powerful. Okay, pile 12. You guys are full speed ahead. There is something that has been taking over a lot of your energy and headspace these days with the Chariot here. There's something that you've been motivated for and have been thinking about being motivated for. This could, for a lot of you guys, be a passion project. For some of you, this could be something that you have been thinking about, planning, idolizing, daydreaming about. You want to do something, you want to accomplish something, and it's almost like you want to set it in motion. But for some I'm feeling that some of you haven't. I think some of you haven't taken that step to really let yourself be guided by your dreams, by your wants and desires. For a lot of you, this has to do with your security and your home. This is a Cancer and Cancer card. Cancer does rule the home, rules motherhood, can also rule family. So I do think this is something that would benefit your family, your home. I feel like a lot of you guys have been told that you reach for the stars, you are a daydreamer, or maybe you might be not realistic enough. Some people might not even be taking you seriously when you talk about this passion project or something that you've been interested in. For a lot of you, you want to leave home. For a lot of you, you want to travel away from your city, away from where you were raised, where you were born. And it's almost like people's doubt is holding you back. Could even be your own doubt. But I do think that you've weighed the pros and cons. You have an idea on, you know, what would be best for you. But doubt weighs heavy sometimes. But this is your life path, Pile 12. Chariot is ruled by Chariot is number 7 in tarot, and 7 is your life path number. So this is about finding out the truth, finding out who you're supposed to be, where you're supposed to go. I think whatever it is that you plan on journeying to, or whether this be your project or your desires, what you want to learn, where you want life to take you, or just actual literally moving away. Whatever this is, you do feel like it will bring you happiness. But I also feel that you have to be a little bit on guard, because people may have attacked you in the past, in any way that makes sense for you. I feel like people might have even targeted you for something, and I feel like you might be leaving because you need to. Like, people don't understand you. It's very interesting. Like, you want to be grounded, but you also want to do what's best for you, and maybe it may require a little bit of impulsivity. For some of you, you have someone on your mind who's at a distance from you, and you feel that traveling to them would make you happy. You feel like being with them, meeting with them would make you happy, and it actually would change your life. So let's ask the energy oracle cards what message you need to see right now. For some of you, I am getting that some of you guys are like a medical field, like a travel nurse, or you might be on the road to help people. Like, maybe you're someone who drives around and meets people, provides services out in the community. This is something that you're going to be going into, and this is like your destined career. For Pile 12. What's a message that Pile 12 needs to see? What's the message that Pile 12 needs to see? What's the message that Pile 12 needs to see? Thank you. 4th chakra. Archangel Raphael. This is your heart chakra. This is actually your heart chakra that's in reverse, that's blocked. There's something that you're unhappy about. And I feel with this Chariot here, taking that first step is definitely going to improve your well-being. Let's see here. This card reverse indicates some blocks in the flow of your heart center energy. Perhaps it's an old sense of abandonment or the grief of a broken heart lingering from a long past event. Whether it's recent or not, this blocked energy stops you from caring for yourself and attracting love from others, and it can create an undercurrent of unhappiness that permeates your life. It's time to heal the old, stuck stuff and move on. Don't bypass the rain and pretend it doesn't exist. Instead, ventilate it in your own journal and release it with an intention to be clear, happy, and self-loving. Meditate on the increasing light in your heart center and call on Raphael to help bring healing and clarity there. Love yourself and give yourself the approval you used to need from others. The healing will take place and happiness will return. Okay, that makes sense now. So it's almost like you, like I said earlier, that you're trying to run away, you're trying to get this happiness. You feel like if you leave or walk away, it is going to make you happy. But you have this doubt, you have this fear to leave and heal. But it's with the heart chakra here is telling you that you can. So there's different messages because this is collective energy, even though the Chariot represents one thing, even though the Chariot usually represents like one similar message. A lot of different messages come through. Yeah. All right, Pile 12. There's definitely some healing that you need to do. I'm seeing a lot of stars here. It reminds me of the Star card. Some self-healing for sure. All right, if you guys enjoyed that reading, please let me know. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoyed the content. I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up and comment down in the comment section below. It would mean a lot to me and really help me in the algorithm. And if you are interested in receiving a personal or private reading from me, you can check out my Etsy shop in the description box below. It is Crystal Tarot. Thanks so much and hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 13. Let's go ahead and find out what Major Arcana card are you and what chapter are you currently going through in life. Let's see what messages are coming out for you. Wow. Okay, so we have the star. Beautiful, beautiful star. Okay, so I'm going to put a little small crystal here. Because I know the star is naked. All right. So, really messes up my intuition with the card though. All right. Just talking out loud here. So this is my natural reaction because again, I don't know the cards, my number, so I'm figuring them out with you. All right, pile 13. Wow, congratulations. A lot of you guys are really working on self-healing and alignment, specifically chakra alignment. There are 7 chakras here, and this can talk about really trying to find your inner peace. So this could be with faith, it could be with moving your body, it could be just more mindful about what you're consuming or what you're doing. For a lot of you, you actually could be helping people heal, helping others, whether it be with medicine, or helping people really kind of focus on what they need to feel better about themselves and how they can self-nurture themselves. So a lot of you might work in medicine, a lot of you could work in mental health, you could work as a nurse, you could be a doctor. There are also a lot of you that I know we're jumping way out of the other side, but there may also be a lot of you that are very artistic and in the spotlight. The star can represent someone who is seen from different angles and different perspectives in life. And it can also represent someone who's comfortable with their nudity. Perhaps you do something in nudity or in art or modeling where people just admire you. And, you know, I think that you bring some kind of calmness or sense of peace when they are with you or when they look at you. I also feel that right now there has been a lot of gratitude for how abundant you are. I think there's been some recognition of how much you have, so much that you are probably giving to others. A lot of you also may have a spiritual connection to birds. There is also a highlight in this card about having a perfect balance of reality and like almost like the consciousness, the subconsciousness. Like you've somehow mastered both of that. Because one, you know, half of this woman is on earth, like on the grass, and other foot is in the water. It's an ideal balance, and then still is really giving back to both. Still giving back to the grass, still giving back to water. I think for a lot of you, people may even come to you to help them heal. Like maybe you could be like a Reiki healer or something like this where you provide guidance or direction. I think a lot of you may be more focused on your intuition and your emotional side than your practical side as well. I also feel that a lot of you, because of your gratitude for feeling secure and abundant right now, has brought you a lot of happiness. It's made you feel peaceful and joyous, optimistic. For some of you, if you are not feeling this way, you will soon. The star is right after the Tower card and indicates a pure healing, a much needed healing that needs to happen. And it's coming very soon for you if you're not currently in this stage. You must be finishing up the Tower chapter right before, which to me, the star says that it's someone who's come from rough past. It's been very difficult for you. And I feel because it's been difficult for you and you've mastered being able to, multitask with what you need, what you don't need, what you can give away, that's really helped you help others. People have really kind of looked to you as a guide for a lot of their experiences that might have been rough for them. All right, so I'm going to go into the energy oracle cards and we're going to see what message that you need to see right now. So I'm going to grab at least one energy oracle card for you. So what is the message that our pile 13 needs to see? What is the message that our pile 13 needs to see? Oh, how cute. Second chakra, Archangel area. Let's go ahead and read a little bit about this. There's that yellow, there's that confidence, that happiness here. The orangish yellow. Let's see here. Intimacy and creativity. Upright, the second chakra vibrates in the energy of the beautiful angel Ariel. She sends a bright orange, promoting inspired creativity and greater comfort with intimacy. When this card appears upright, it's urging you to get creative. Let yourself reach out into unexplored areas of self-expression and new projects that may have had more of a creative approach. This is also a time when the energies of closeness with others and nurturing yourself can flow more freely. You can now open yourself to the emotional intimacy that may be coming your way, so nurture yourself and be ready to receive the affection and camaraderie of the resonant souls around you. You know what's interesting is with the star here, we have a lot of nudity in second chakra. Can talk about sexuality and affection, intimacy. So I feel that maybe a lot of you are coming into like a confidence or security in your body, feeling beautiful and acceptance with your body. You want to show your body. And do that, find ways to be creative with yourself. But again, the star is the artist. It's the person who's seen. It's the person who can perform. It's the person who can do things. And you're like at the peak of that right now with second chakra. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, my pile 13, if you guys enjoyed the reading, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would also appreciate it if you guys could give me a thumbs up and comment in the video down below. It would really help me in the algorithm and I really appreciate it. And of course, if you're interested in receiving a personal or private reading, you can click on my Etsy shop in the description box below. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, pile 14. Let's go ahead and see what major arcana card are you, what chapter of life are you in, and what other messages are coming up for you. All right. Wow. Okay, so we have the World. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, I may have to cover her because she's kind of showing the goods. All right. Actually, I want to see if I have a coin here or a dime because I want to be able to see the card. There we go, much better. So, my beautiful pile 14s. So, what chapter of life are you currently going through right now? Well, you guys are 21. And some of you very well could be turning 21, but you're 21 in tarot. And even though there are 22 cards, 21 is actually the last tarot card in the deck, because we actually start with 0 as the Fool. So you guys might have just been completing or finishing something. So some of you may have just recently finished school or got a degree, completed some sort of project. Maybe some of you left a workplace and it was a big deal. Maybe you were there for a long time. Some of you also may be celebrating an anniversary with a partner. The world talks about cycles, that this wreath here is really about things like that are celebrated, that have come full circle. So things that are closed out, but in a positive way, things that have finished, things that you have accomplished. Anytime you see the world in a tarot reading, a lot of the time it is a successful card. We also have a lot of fixed energy here with the 4 corners here. I do think for some of you, a lot of you have accomplished maybe kind of pushing yourself to a certain limit to test your body, to test your strength. And I bet that feels great. There's some kind of success here with your body and your spirit with this purple cloth just completely wrapped around. Purple is the 7th chakra, it's the highest chakra, and it represents royalty, wisdom, enlightenment, and just an all-knowing understanding of everything around you. I'm seeing both of these like scrolls, I think they are. They look like batons, but to me I think of them like scrolls. I know they kind of even look like candles too. But I feel like there's been a lot of work and investments you've been putting in to... I think a lot of you have been lately spiritually enlightened, or might have learned something, might have had a spiritual experience recently. Maybe through a dream, or maybe like right around the time of an anniversary or someone's birthday. Maybe even like a past loved one might have even recently visited you lately. Because it's almost like this is these two, like they look like batons, but I think it's like some kind of like energetic tool that you're able to have messages come through for you. I'm hoping this is making sense. What else is coming through? Let's see. For a lot of you, with the world here coming out is showing that there has been quite a few struggles. You might have felt like you've been to the moon and back. Like there's just been a long travel or a long journey that you've recently just gone through. The world can talk about literal travel, so travels of the world, sightseeing, things like that. A lot of you may feel accomplished from this, but also really tired. For some of you, you might have had something really positive happen with your family, where you were able to gain something or earn something or win something. A lot of you, Pile 14, are very wise. You're someone who's gone through so many life experiences that you have different perspectives and different angles of things, and people often probably come to you for advice a lot. Yeah, because you know so much. All right, so what is the message that our Pile 14 needs to see? I'm going to be grabbing one card from our Energy Oracle deck. What is a message that Pile 14 needs to see? What is the message Pile 14 needs to see? Thank you. We do have victory in reverse, which is interesting because the world talks about a victory. It talks about a success that you've had. I wonder if you feel like it's like nonstop. So the victory card in reversed signals a delay or reversal in a hoped for outcome. Whether it's in personal change or external achievement, success may have been eluding you for some time, but don't despair. You may need to restructure things, reevaluate, or release one specific outcome and set your sights on another. Whatever's going on externally, remember that the equanimity of peaceful surrender can often be your biggest victory of all. Peaceful surrender, huh? Interesting, because I do feel that you have won something, Pile 14. I feel like a lot of you guys have won yourself. There might have been some odds or obstacles against you, and I feel like you guys are really hard on yourselves. Like you guys are the overachievers, and it's like you're not satisfied with something that might have happened. It's like you wanted it to be a certain way, or it's not enough. It's almost kind of like accepting the outcome that you do have. For some of you also as well, because we have the dime here, I am going to stick back to that loved one wanting to reach out. There is a symbolism of dimes here. If someone gives you a dime or you see a dime, a lot of the time it's supposed to be a past loved one that's thinking of you. And I just grabbed the dime randomly in the plant. So, I really hope you enjoyed this reading, Pile 14. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you enjoyed this content. And if you could please thumbs up the video and give me a comment in the description box below. Even if it's just a smiley face or something to let me know that you enjoyed the reading. It would really help out my channel a lot, and it would really mean a lot to me. And of course, if you'd like a personal and private reading, you can check out my Etsy shop in the description box below. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye now. Hello, Pile 15. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and find out which major arcana are you and what chapter are you currently in your life. Let's see what other messages come through. Okay, so we do have the Tower card here, which is interesting because the Tower card is actually number 16 and comes right after 15, which is the Devil Tarot card. So I am going to be reading a little bit off of the numerology here we got going on. But for a lot of you Pile 15s, you guys are probably going through something pretty intense. A lot of you can be renovating something, breaking down something, starting from the ground up. Many of you might have also gotten fired from a job or lost a job, maybe had to move out, potential divorce, even like a breakup with your partner. Some of you may also be having like frequent arguments with a partner or someone in your family. I know we're currently in Venus return right now, so that would kind of make sense as far as your relationships go. Venus return is really where you're trying to figure out what you want in your life, what you need, and what you don't want, what you don't need. So with the Tower card here, I'm also getting the energy of you feeling like you might not have any support right now. Maybe a lot of you guys feel that you had to fend for yourselves. Some of you also could be experiencing natural disasters, such as hurricanes, earthquakes, fires. Some of you are actually in war, like are experiencing unsafe environments in your home or at work. Some of you may also have been isolating for a very, very long time, and you've been comfortable alone, or maybe cast away with friends or family, like from an enemy. So for example, if some of you have ran away from someone or left a situation that was unhealthy, something's happening where you no longer are allowed to be alone, like you're kind of struck out of your comfort zone. Because we have the 15 card, the 15 number here with 15 and 16, going back to that devil energy, some of you also could currently be in a very unhealthy relationship, whether this be marriage, family, or kind of stuck in a toxic work environment or stuck somewhere that's uncomfortable. The devil is there in the card to represent being stuck and bound by your thoughts, by agreements, contracts that you might have signed. But just understand that the Tower also has, a very beautiful light to it, which is that things can be rebuilt. And things can... You basically have the potential to start anew. Some of you might have experienced like some kind of accident, like you might have injured yourself, you injured your leg or your hand. Maybe some of you even heard some really shocking news, specifically with the doctor, like something with your body. Maybe you even got like a diagnosis here. Some of you also may be experiencing a Tower moment in your life as far as who you are and what you represent, meaning that a lot of you might be going through some kind of transition for your identity. So this could be sexual identity, spiritual identity, who you are as a person. You're having some kind of breakthroughs here. So let's go ahead and pull one energy oracle card from the energy oracle deck to figure out what message you need to see right now. Whatever this is, pile 15, there's intensity. And if you haven't experienced, if you're not currently experiencing this intensity, you might have recently experienced it, or it is yet to come. But do not be afraid. This is just part of life. Things happen. Shocking things can happen, and we have to take them as they come, face them as they come. So what type of message does pile 15 need to see? What message does pile 15 need to see? What message does pile 15 need to see? Those who chose 15. Okay, so there's something here with your security and you feeling safe. The first chakra, Archangel Michael here. Some of you, now don't be afraid when I say this, but some of you may be under spiritual attack. Some of you may be experiencing negative energy from someone else, or or just things around you without you knowing, because first chakra here is and it's upright, meaning that you need to do something to protect yourself, to defend yourself. You see how he's kind of holding on to the sword here, ready to fight. The first chakra, when it's balanced, talks about being grounded with yourself, being grounded in your home, the senses, things that you enjoy, your life, how you make money, right? Work, those type of things. When it's imbalanced, you can be selfish, greedy, defensive, overly defensive. But I feel here in this case, it's like the energy that you need to see is that you can take this on. You can fight this Tower energy. Whatever this is, you are protected. You have the abilities to protect yourself, especially with Archangel Michael. If you believe in any like prayers or have any spiritual or religious faith, really kind of call upon them, even with a small statue, a prayer candle, anything like that. Really kind of call them in to protect you. Call them in for support. All right, pile 15, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would also appreciate it very much if you could like the video and comment down below, even if it's just an emoji or a thank you, or if it resonated, even if it didn't resonate. I would love to know, and I hope to see you guys soon. I also offer personal and private tarot readings on my Etsy shop. The Etsy shop link is in the description box below. It is Crystal Tide Tarot. Hope to see you guys soon, and have a good day. Bye. Hello, pile 16, and welcome to your tarot reading. Let's figure out what major arcana represents you, what chapter in life are you in, and what other messages are coming through for you now. So we have the Emperor. Wonderful. Very, very strong energy here. Okay. So a lot of you some current things that might be going on for a lot of you. And again, this is collective, so I'm taking it as it comes. A lot of you may have just bought a house, may have just gotten a promotion at work, or have been given the opportunity for something to increase your stability. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a promotion. It could just also be a new job where you have much more authority and much more power. For some of you, the Emperor can also represent a partner that's kind of taking up a lot of your headspace. This could be a husband, or even if you have a partner that's a father, like if you have a child together. This is coming out saying that this is someone that you're dealing with right now currently, and this chapter in life is kind of maybe a little intense. The Emperor can tend to be a little over domineering. Some of you may also be realizing or coming into the realization that you are your own father, which I know may sound weird, but the Emperor is the father of tarot, and the Empress is the mother, right? They represent those figures in our lives. But if you are in this current energy, a lot of you may be realizing that you're the one who's kept yourself safe and secure, and you're the one who's been able to survive. The Emperor is cloaked in a lot of red, which reminds me of the first chakra, which is all about survival and our basic needs. And it's also someone who's come into power, but not without a fight. You know, this person can be bold, but also have a lot of guard up. Do you see all these boulders and mountains behind him? And like inside he has like this little moat, like this little water in the background. It's like inside in his sacred circle, in his sacred space. Basically, if you have like close friends in your circle, close family, you only let these people in, but you don't want to let anyone else in. You're probably not an open book right now in your current stages of life, because, you know, some people can be closed books, some people can be open books, but we also tend to ebb and flow with those energies. So maybe some of us, sometimes you may open up to people, but right now, you're very closed off in a confident and controlled way. Some of you also maybe have just come into a situation where you realize you have more power than you know. And now that you have realized this power that you have, you almost don't know what to do with it. Some of you also might be older or be an old soul, if you guys have heard that a lot. Because the Emperor is someone who is wise. Someone who has really kind of gone through a lot in the years. Has finally gotten to his kingdom, but not without battle, not without fight. It's also Aries energy. So I have a feeling a lot of you may potentially be going through some identity with your masculine side. Maybe for some of you even being kind of trying to find the balance between your masculinity and femininity. Aries' motto is I am. So I feel like a lot of you are realizing who you are. All right, so I'm going to be pulling one energy oracle card to see what energy you need to see right now. You know, it's interesting because the Emperor can also be someone who is preparing for battle to protect themselves. Let's see what energy we got here. What message does pile 16 need to see? 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 It's pile 16. What message does pile 16 need to see? Thank you. We have a 7th chakra archangel, Uriel, and it is in reverse. So this is your crown chakra. This is the highest chakra above your head, which is interesting because the Emperor has a crown. So, there you may be in a situation where you feel like your power has been taken away from you. Very interesting. Let's see. I'm going to read here from the Energy Oracle book, number 41. So reversed, it says, this card reversed indicates a block to your own intuition and to the potential help and power from the spirit world. Perhaps you fear opening up to this side of your life, or perhaps it's just something that seems foreign or unrealistic. Either way, it's time to awaken to the beauty and power of this realm. See your crown chakra spinning in a beautiful violet or white light and call upon Uriel's passion and power to help bring this connection into being. Once you're open to the incredible peace and power that spirit can bring, your life will never be the same. So for a lot of you, Pal 16, you guys might be like my non-believers because the Emperor is very, very stubborn. And there's something that you're not being connected with. Remember how I said that the Emperor is kind of like in his own circle and he's very guarded? There's something that actually needs to come through. Because yes, we know the Emperor is protected, he's in power, but there's something that needs to come through spiritually that would actually enhance not only your security, but your happiness and your peace. Because regardless of, you feeling safe, you can also be always on guard. And that's really what the 7 chakra is highlighting. There also may be something that you have to research here. She's like holding on to this book of secrets. All right, Pal 16, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would very much appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up or comment down below, even if it's just a thank you or a smiley face. It would mean so much to me. I'm really trying to get in the algorithm. I've been struggling on my channel. If you are interested in a personal and private tarot reading, I am offering tarot readings. The link is in the description box below for my Etsy shop. It is Crystal Tide Tarot. And we'll talk soon. Bye. Hello, Pal 17, and welcome to your tarot reading. Let's figure out which major arcana represents you, what chapter of life are you currently in, and any other messages that are coming through. Let's see. So we have the Hierophant. Beautiful, beautiful. Hierophants, okay. I think a lot of you are currently going through some kind of spiritual awakening, or reconnection with faith. A lot of you have been, and mind you, faith can mean so many things. I think people really pull out, when they hear the word faith, they think of Christianity or Catholicism, and that's not really what I'm talking about. It could be so many different things. A lot of you are definitely leaning toward some sort of spiritual comfort and security here. A lot of you also may be trying to get help or aid at this time. The Hierophant can show up when you are physically or mentally not doing well, and there's someone that you're really seeking to help you. This is someone that can help you with contracts, help you settle things, or guide you in some kind of way to make you feel safe and secure. This is ruled by Taurus, of second house of possessions. Taurus is about our work, our money, what we make, what we possess, and how we survive. Taurus motto is I have. So there's something that you're recognizing in yourself that you have during this time in your life. Like, what are you acquiring? What are you bringing in? A lot of you could be saving. Some of you could also actually getting married. The Hierophant is about spiritual contracts and can talk about marriage. Some of you may have a place in the church or some kind of group, or like as a leader, as a teacher, to help others, to teach others. People come to you for advice, for knowledge, for support. I do feel that for a lot of you, if it were not for, and because the Hierophant can also represent a person that you may be seeking this help from, I feel that a lot of you feel if you didn't have this, you wouldn't be able to survive. The Hierophant is cloaked in red, which is the color of the first chakra, which is all about our basic needs and our survival, us being grounded. There are actions that you've been taking to ground yourself. A lot of you also might have recently graduated. The Hierophant represents education and ascension, like enlightenment, like understanding things, understanding the way the world works and feeling at peace with it, but also feeling like you know what to do, like you're finding your purpose. The Hierophant is similar to the High Priestess as well in tarot, which is about intuition and spirituality. A lot of you may also be currently dealing with government responsibilities, or maybe even found yourself in a position where you are working in a government or some kind of provider for others, like the courthouse, things like that, of that nature. Some of you very well could be a judge or like work in a courtroom. Let's go ahead and pull a card to see, an energy oracle card to see what message you need to see. I'm also getting like public speaking. Like people look at you in a really, in a great light. They kind of see that you're someone who has a lot of knowledge, and they come to you to listen to you speak, or listen to you teach, or listen to you give advice. What message does pile 17 need to see? What message does pile 17 need to see? Oh gosh, you guys got 2 cards. I'm feeling really called to take them. Okay, I'm gonna take them. Only you guys are the only pile that got 2 cards. Okay. We have action in reverse and appreciation in reverse. Interesting. Number 17. Let's go ahead and read. Action is the accelerant that ignites your desires, but when this card is reversed, you may find that something is missing in your determination or your follow-through. Perhaps you've been engaging in more wishful thinking than in any consistent effort, or perhaps you need to make some adjustments in what you're paying attention to. Create a structured plan, then make sure you take daily action. This will move you closer to your goals. Be flexible yet persistent, and ever conscious of your ability to act on your behalf. It's interesting. We have this incredible ascension, but it's almost like something isn't able to be put into motion. I feel like a lot of you guys may actually have all this knowledge and spiritual connection, but you're not sharing it, and you should. It's interesting. We have 2 17s. You see this? The 17 and the 17. This is definitely not a coincidence. Let's read number 15. So reverse, it says, the appreciation card reversed is a warning that you're missing some important opportunities. You've lost your sense of gratitude and have been caught up in the prickly brambles of negativity, possibly even despair. You're focusing on what you don't have, even if it seems to be a lot. Instead, find something to appreciate about yourself and your life. Choose to focus on the little things with gratitude and acknowledgement. Your refusal to appreciate even the small pleasures will cause them to drop from your hands and keep you stuck in some sort of problem patterns, causing you to lament your lack even more. Let go of this negative focus and spend some time every day acknowledging what you have to be grateful for. Remember, the more you appreciate your life, the more your life will appreciate in value. You know, it's funny because I was talking a little bit about the second house of possessions and the I am, right? That Taurian energy. And it almost feels as though, you know, you may want more. But this action card in reverse here is saying, well, if you want more, you got to go after it. There's nothing wrong with wanting more at all. I think it's very ambitious to always be building your empire, just despite what empire you have. But I think what these cards are saying is that even if you are building like wanting to build an empire, to do so diligently, and during the process of, you know, you fighting for what you want, also learn to appreciate things on a smaller scale. It's interesting that these cards came out because that's not really the message that I got with the Hierophant here. So you may be getting two different messages, Pal 17, and that's okay. All right, if you enjoyed this reading, please consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoyed the content. I would appreciate it if you guys could give me a thumbs up or comment down in the comment box below. Very much appreciate it. It helps my channel get recognized and noticed, so it would mean a lot to me. If you need a personal or private tarot reading, I do offer tarot readings in my Etsy shop, and the link is in the description box below. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 18, and welcome to your reading. So let's figure out which major arcana represents you, what chapter are you going through currently in your life, and what other messages are coming through for you. All right, so we have the Devil card. Very interesting. So this is the Devil card here. I might have to block this out because I know, what's it called? What do I want to say? YouTube does not like nudity, but it's so small. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show it. I feel like it's so tiny you can't even see. Okay, so a lot of you, right off the bat, a lot of you guys are kind of going through some stuff right now. So for some of you, you may feel like you are in a chained relationship with someone. So this can be a marriage that you may have tried to get out to a couple times, because the Devil does represent lovers in a negative light. So being trapped with this chain here in the center, this is supposed to represent female, feminine, and masculine energy. Some of you also may be struggling with some type of habits or addiction. There may be some habits that you're trying to break, some habits that you're recognizing in yourself that you deem as unhealthy or repetitive or like just not beneficial for you. For others, and some of these habits could be like clutter, like hoarding, maybe overspending, overeating, things like that. Like there's just negative thoughts connected to something that you don't like about yourself. For others, you also might have some addictions that you're struggling with. So addictions to like alcoholism, or substance use, things of that nature. For some of you, you may even be caught up in a uncomfortable family situation that maybe you feel chained to, and maybe at the base of it, it stems from your parents. Even if you have one parent or one parent, you may be feeling trapped somewhere. For some of you, you may feel like you are under a male's control. Like a father figure that is very over dominant, controlling, or even like a partner. Some of you may also have a very toxic work environment. The Devil can represent being chained to responsibilities, like things that you have to do. So keep in mind, even though it's a Devil card, it's not as dramatic. Let's not make it as dramatic as it needs to be. This can just talk about being chained to responsibilities and obligations that you might have. I do see a lot of my feminine viewers in a situation where they have a male who's very convincing and very manipulative. You know, the way this masculine is just kind of like, and first off, you know, the devil's torch lights the masculine's tail. And we also have this gesture, this hand that's reaching out to this woman, like trying to almost like convince her or have him take his hand. And she's kind of just sitting pretty over here with these grapes, you know. But again, it's almost like the self-soothing with the grapes, you know. Maybe even self-soothing with alcohol. Are you someone who drinks a lot to kind of cope, right? And I think there's something about this situation that you're in that kind of feels dizzying or even confusing. Like you've been here before, you're lost in it. A lot of you might feel very lost right now. A lot of you also may be having issues with your identity, like your sex, gender, things of that nature. Because we have these dual energies of masculine and feminine with the devil in the center, who's not really either. A lot of you also may have just recently been in a situation where you've experienced some things some triggers that you don't really like about yourself. Maybe you recently were very selfish about something. Maybe you did something or acted out about something that isn't you. For some of you, this can talk about sex addiction. Like just, you know, hooking up a lot. Not that it always has to be an addiction, but maybe some of you are just, sex is on the mind constantly. Like you're trying to, you're just obsessively wanting to date people, wanting to have sex with people, wanting to flirt with people, wanting to go out, wanting to party, those kind of things. The devil here is saying that, you know, it is habitual. Okay? Now, again, it's not always negative. The devil can be very playful. Maybe you're getting a little kinky right now. You're trying to explore some of your like sexual fantasies, things of that nature that may be like a little bit more taboo, but not fully. But this, again, the devil is saying that something is habitual here. There's habits that are being formed that you need to recognize, whether it's in you or whether it's in someone else. The goal when I see the devil is, how do we break this chain? How do we break this chain? For some of you, you also may be in that toxic work environment where people are gossiping constantly. Because negative energy likes to feed off of literally anything negative, anything dark, uncomfortable, clutter, messes, or hoarders, hoarding, like I mentioned, substance use, depression, things that are rotten, things that are broken. What message does pile 18 need to know? I'm going to be pulling one energy oracle card from the energy oracle deck. What message does pile 18 need to know? What message does pile 18 need to know? Wow, rest and rejuvenation. Yes, there's definitely a need for some kind of alignment here of your chakras. Chakra. I always have a hard time pronouncing that. There's some kind of need for you to pull back. And you might know this. You might even be trying to do this right now. Maybe that's why you clicked on this video. Maybe you kind of felt like you needed to hear something. So the card shows a man in meditation and in a tranquil state. The message here says that it's time to relax. I was also going to say that the devil is also Capricorn, which is a lot of work, like addiction to your work, like where you're diving into something and you cannot stop. A Capricorn's motto is I use. It's someone who is obsessively, constantly trying to gain, so they can survive, so they can keep pushing to get more. So just wanted to throw that out there. This may be a huge connection with the work addiction as well. You may have been busy lately, but you should soon be finding more time to just let go. When you do, allow yourself to go within and open up to the peace and wisdom that you are vibrating there. This card upright indicates that there should be more leisure time for you now and more of an opportunity to engage in peaceful thinking. So make it a priority. Your connection to spirit brings great assistance, but it can only be achieved through regular relaxation and meditation. Now is a great time to make sure you insert this gentle activity into your daily life. In many ways, this is far more productive than unceasing action. Interesting, pile 18. I think a lot of you guys need some good R&R. Let me know if you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would appreciate it if you guys give me a thumbs up and comment down below. I'm trying to get myself more in the algorithm. Even if it's just a smiley face or a thank you or whatever pile you had, I very much appreciate it. I also do private and personal tarot readings. If you're interested in receiving a private reading, you can click the link in the description box below, which is my Etsy shop. And thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, pile 19, and welcome to your reading. Let's figure out what major arcana card you are and what chapter of life you're currently in and what other messages are coming through for you. All right, interesting. So we have the Death card. Wonderful. Okay. So now for a lot of you, I know a lot of you guys are scared when you see the Death card, because it very well can be literal, but we'll get to that. Okay, we'll get to that. So a lot of you guys are going through some huge transitions in life. A lot of you might be going through some kind of big changes this retrograde, this Venus retrograde that we're in, or a lot of you could be going through something astrological like a Saturn return, like when you're turning 30 or 60, things like that. This is very uncomfortable. It can feel very painful. This card is ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio's motto is I desire. So are things that you are wanting for yourself that don't feel easy to get through, because Scorpio is the house of crisis, the house of sex and debt and violence. Like, it's a very intense house. So whatever transition you're going through in life feels uncomfortable. Okay, for a lot of you guys, this also can talk about really getting rid of people in your life that maybe are either undeserving of your attention and energy, or also people that just were unwell for you. So a lot of you might have even done some recent cutoffs. Some of you may have even gotten revenge on people and then cut them off. Like, this is like maybe ghosting people or really cutting ties with people. Some of you may very well be ill, like have an illness that feels deathly. You won't die from it, but it's feeling very horrid. Some of you could also be very depressed, not having much life in you. Some of you also may be feeling very, hold on a second. Okay, I started feeling like really scared and sad and alone. Wow, that makes me really sad. There is like something that you could possibly be avoiding that you've been feeling inside of you, and you keep holding out for this hope that it's going to get better, and it doesn't, but I promise you it will. It's almost like you want it to get better at a certain time or in a certain way, and it's not the way you want it, but I promise you it will get better. Some of you also may have had some tower moments recently, where you might have lost something, lost a job, heard bad news, breakup, those kind of things. Because we have these two towers in the back, which also remind me of the moon. And the towers from the tower card itself. We have the beautiful sunrise in the background as well. It's like this, there's a new day that's coming for you, pile 19. Some of you have also maybe needing to find your faith in God, in spirituality, whatever faith, whatever higher power you believe in. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think a lot of you are, could have even recently lost someone and feel very sad and feel very, you're still grieving. It's interesting, I'm having such a strong reaction to this card, and I really haven't had that much reaction to the others. There may be battles that you've been fighting for a very long time and nobody knows, pile 19, and I'm sorry. It's almost like you keep it to yourself. This is the energy that I'm getting. Like you fight things off in life and you don't really have a lot of support. And I'm not saying like a couple people here and there, like you really feel like you're alone. The best part about this card, despite that, you know, death can talk of endings and illness and loss. It also talks about rebirth. I really wish it said death, rebirth on it. But there's something that's happening for you that will be reborn. Something happening for you that's going to change soon. And I feel like having some kind of faith will actually highlight or bring that perspective change sooner than you think. Okay, let's get in. I'm going to be pulling a card for you from the Energy Oracle card. A lot of you also may have had like had to relocate for something that you're very unhappy about. Almost feeling like you have no friends, or kind of feeling like something's over, like there's no point. Kind of like very hopeless. A lot of you have been doing a lot of work on your identity and who you want to be. Digging deep in those hard parts that the Scorpio in you, right? Trying to go through those transformations and figure out what makes me who I am. Exploring the dark parts of yourself. What message does pile 19 need to see? What message does pile 19 need to see? I'm going to be pulling one card from the Energy Oracle deck. We have the Thinking Woman. Interesting. It's funny because that's also a card in solitude. 47. Let's read a little bit about the Thinking Woman. Female of wisdom and understanding. This card shows a woman holding a book, standing before a staircase, ready to lead you to higher understanding. This woman could be a friend who helps you express and understand your feelings, or she could be a teacher brought to your life at this time to take you in a new direction. This could also be a new love interest with a woman who is thoughtful, conscious, and aware. Or like the thinking man, the card could represent a side of yourself that's ready to blossom and bring clarity and assistance to the world. If so, find your voice and let your wisdom shine. I do think that this represents two things. You know, of course, what you heard, let it resonate, however. But from what I was getting from the card, I do think a lot of you, this does represent you. Someone who's, like I said, with that Scorpio energy, really wanting to figure out who you are and what knowledge can you gain about yourself, right? That those thoughts, the thinking woman, these are on your feminine side. So understanding your emotions, understanding your dreams, where things come from. And for some of you, this could be someone who could help you. Like a teacher, a therapist, a doctor, someone who you go to for guidance. For some of you who have ended a relationship, maybe this is like the person who you want to be. Maybe it's someone who you want to be with, but also someone who you want to be. You want to be smart this time, right? Really kind of backtracking on what's going on, what went wrong, what was happening, what can you change, what can you transform. All right, pile 19, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you enjoyed the content on this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would very much appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up or a comment down below in the description box, the comment down below, because I am trying to get back on the algorithm. I've been struggling, trying to get myself seen out there. And of course, I do offer private and personal tarot readings. There's a link in the description box below for my Etsy shop. It is Crystal Tide Tarot. Hope to hear from you guys soon. Bye for now. Hello, pile 20. Let's go ahead and see which Major Arcana card are you and what chapter of life are you currently going through. Let's also see what other messages are coming out for you as well. Wow, we have the Fool. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. One of my favorite cards in the deck. Well, a lot of you are starting out on something new. If you are starting out on a new passion project, a new idea, new career, a lot of you guys are just full of life and full of optimism to learn, to experience, and to explore. The Fool can also come out for someone who's had a new perspective or discovered something in a situation like a relationship or work or anything like that, and they see things differently. They see things with a different vision. And for a lot of you, I think a lot of you have really been finally like just turned a corner where things are starting to get good again. Because I'm noticing like these jagged mountains in the back and how it's declining. And, you know, I feel like in the recent past, you might have been really kind of struggling up and down those mountains. It's almost like it felt like it wasn't going to stop. I feel like a lot of you might have also been wanting to escape an unhealthy or unsafe environment, whether this be home, family, relationship. You guys are setting off to and pretty much risking a lot to be free. This card is about freedom. This card is about new things that are happening for you, but definitely not for free. I feel that you guys have put in work and energy into who you are, and you deserve this. It's almost like you're putting yourself forward first. Finally, finally is what I'm hearing. Finally putting yourself first. A lot of you are also finding confidence in your body. I feel that some of you may have been doing things to sculpt yourself, to like working out, exercising, moving, and it's making you feel confident. It's making you feel new and lively and young, and this feels great. It feels great for you. You're trying new clothes on. You're wearing things that you didn't think you could. And for some of you, you probably have a little spirit animal or a dog that's passed away, like a little small white dog that's passed away. Or even a cat. It doesn't have to be white, but I am getting the sense that you have a supporter of someone that unconditionally loves you. This could also be a friend, like a single friend who really just supports you unconditionally and has been by your side. And this person has probably really planted a lot of good seeds in you, has told you, you can do this. You can do this. You can become this person that you want. Whatever goal it is you have in mind, you can do it. It's like they've been your cheerleader. On some really dark nights, they've been your cheerleader. We're also having the sun being shown, which is Leo energy. This is someone who loves to be in the spotlight. This is someone who is finally ready to accept the attention and deserving like notoriety. I feel for a lot of you, though, you don't like being in the spotlight, which is interesting because your optimism is putting you there whether you like it or not. And I feel like a lot of you are very humble. But it's almost like you, because you're so confident in yourself, there's like a pride that you have. You're feeling proud of yourself. You're feeling creative with this little red feather in the hair. Like this, you just have a lot of spirit. And almost feeling like you can fly. Now, this card does come with caution. You know, a lot of you may also be experiencing, well, this is for a small amount of you, but some of you also may be experiencing dealing with someone who is quite foolish. Dealing with someone who, now this could be representing you, this could be your energy, this could be this person's energy in your life. But I'm also getting that some of you may be dealing with someone who's foolish, who's drunk a lot, or who's not present. Like who's not conscious, not sober. Some of you might also be in the care of working with children or people who are special, like special education, people who have disabilities. I think that has been an interesting turn for you. And some of you could have been doing this for a while, like helping people with disabilities or children who have disabilities. I'm thinking of special education, people of ESD, Asperger's, things like that. Down syndrome, who are autistic or have Down syndrome, things of that nature. Because the Fool can be someone who also has a very short attention span. I've always seen him to be someone that way. And that's just kind of intuitively what I'm getting. Let's figure out what's a message that you need to see from your guides right now at this time. Because right now they're saying you're embarking on a new journey. Some of you could even be moving, like starting a new job. Like this is just, but you're excited about it. You're positive about it. Some of you are just very, very lovely, and people have told you, like, I love your energy, I love your spirit. Probably have gotten told that a lot. All right, for our beautiful pile 20s, what is a message that they need to see? So this is the Energy Oracle card. I'm going to be pulling one card. What is a message pile 20 needs to see? Interesting. Oh, you know, we have two here. Okay, I came out with two, so I'm going to shuffle again. What message does pile 20 need to see? What message does pile 20 need to see? Oh. Interesting. So. Alright, what message does pile 20 need to see? Those who chose pile 20. What is the message they need to see? Those who chose the Fool. Okay. Interesting. So we have number 5. This is our attachment. There may be something that, again, I think this comes from these mountains, but there's something here that's looming from your past. Maybe some of you might not want to leave wherever you're leaving. Perceived need and the choice to let go. In the upright position, this card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to the old, unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? If so, the chains that bind you could be your own making, of your own making. This card is telling you that it's time to take the action you need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but you know that you are capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will repeat itself, keeping you stuck. Okay, this is very interesting. So whatever you are leaving behind, pile 20, whether it's a bad workplace, a person, right, a relationship, maybe where you were currently living before. Because remember, look at these jagged, that's all I can see is when I'm looking at these mountains is your past. Do not let it hold you back, pile 20. Remember, the attachment card is here to say, this energy is here to say, this is of your own making. You know, you're the one who's kind of, maybe mentally you're trying to really, again, desperately find your new purpose and move forward, but there's something that's holding you back. We have some white being highlighted. There's a white flower in the Fool's hand. She's wearing a white gown. She's holding a white mask, the white sun, the white dog. There's something, when I think about white, I think about wisdom and knowledge. There's something that you have to learn here about yourself, specifically about your past, because, you know, this flower is being held right above these mountains, and flowers have roots. So I feel that some of these may be about your lineage or your family tree, right? This growth that's been instilled in you, where does it come from? Figure out those attachment styles. All right, pile 20, I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you're content with the content that if you're content with the content, that's so interesting, content. Anyway, if you enjoyed the content on this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would appreciate it if you could give a thumbs up or comment down below. It would really help me get noticed in the algorithm. I do offer personal and private tarot readings. I have the link in my description box below. It is my Etsy shop, Crystal Tide Tarot, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, pile 21. Let's go ahead and see which major arcana you are. What chapter of life are you currently in? And what other messages are coming through for you now? So you picked number 21. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Wow. Okay, so we have the Temperance card. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. Yes. So y'all are my chill pile. No. So right now, you guys are feeling the need to really connect with your spirituality. A lot of you also could be wanting to find out your purpose as far as like career. This is ruled by Sagittarius. Sagittarius's motto is I see. A lot of you are having a new perspective on what talents you have, what you can do. For a lot of you, you can also work in health, like the medical field, maybe like paramedics, someone who is doctor, nurse, surgeon, or even just a provider to help people feel supported, like case manager, social worker, therapist, or something that you do here that helps people heal. A lot of you also may be like Reiki healers or mediums, something of that nature here. We have the element of water, which talks about intuition, but we also have this guidance, this protection, and the Temperance card is represented by Archangel Michael. So you are very protected in your powers and your intuition. We also have these beautiful irises here right behind the card. Symbols are like for power, symbols for fertility as well. A lot of you also may work with women. Like we have a position where you work with women, helping people with their children or being like a daycare. assistant or teacher or something of that nature. You are the pile that 21, you guys are the people that have a really good heart. You help people feel grounded. I see these red wings and I think about the first chakra, the root chakra, which is red, and that's all about security. That's all about survival, your basic needs and how you feel safe, feeling comfortable, feeling grounded. Some of you could also be fitness instructors or like yoga instructors of some kind, helping people align themselves, chiropractor, anything like that. Some of you could even be like masseuse or estheticians, and people kind of come to you to feel better and you help them. A lot of you could also work in like the outdoors or connect people to their outdoors, nature, and helping them ground themselves with the earth. Now, because those messages were screaming at me right when I flipped the card, not all of these are about career, right? When I flip them over, sometimes it's just different messages for different cards. But I will say that other than who you are, pile 21, I think that you guys are currently in a place where you're trying to figure out what your body needs. You specifically are someone who may have had a lot of anger. You're someone who may have been hurt a lot and you've had a lot of pain. And with temperance here, you're really trying to figure out how to heal yourself. There's things that you've been seeing along your path, along this road, these steps that you've taken. For some of you, a lot of you could have even been in a 12-step program, like AA, what is it? SALA or SDA, sex addicts, love addicts, NAA, like narcotics, or NA, or Narcotics Anonymous, because temperance talks about holding back and trying to control things, trying to do things in moderation. I think a lot of you are really working on your patience and your inner healing. And for some of you, I feel like a lot of you guys are like, man, I beat it out. I made it. I did it. I'm here. And that's just like such a joyous feeling. I feel through your struggles, pile 21, whoever you are, you actually do have a lot of spiritual gifts. Because temperance is someone who is... These two cups with the water talks about the exchange of energy and healing. And I think that in doing that for yourself, oh my gosh, now that you've done it for yourself, you're like, I think I could do this for others. If you haven't found that talent yet, it's on its way. It's currently happening for you, pile 21. So I'm going to be pulling one card from the Energy Oracle deck. So universe, please show us a card that pile 21 needs to see. What message does pile 21 need to see? What message does pile 21? Wow, all tied up. Interesting. Look at this card. A lot of you are really wanting to find your peace. 23. Lack of motion or sense of personal freedom. This card shows a woman tied up with the vines around her wrists, body, and arms. Receiving this card upright represents a situation in your life where things seem to be severely stuck. A major drama may be going on around you, stopping you from moving forward, or it may be that some technicalities are blocking your way. Perhaps you're waiting for a contract to be signed or an agreement to be made. Whatever is holding things up, the restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive at this time. If this isn't technically the case for you, what's tying you up is your own personal stuff. Look at your life and see how you can be your own jailer. Are you tying yourself up in some emotional angst or in a negative habit that you refuse to deal with? If so, it's time to cut the vines and make some serious changes now. You needn't live in your self-imposed jail any longer. The thing about Temperance is it is a card about waiting. If some of you could be currently waiting for something to break through. As it mentioned, you know, waiting for like a contract to be signed or something to happen so you can take the next step. But it's almost like you're being very patient with the Temperance here, more patient than you think. But if you're not waiting for something that's like an external obstacle, it could be that a lot of you are tying yourself up with emotional angst. Like, look at this, like this cute, beautiful woman. She's so cute, you know, just like tied up, but it's like vines, you know, it's not anything that can't be like broken out of. It's not like it's chains. And there's something about you dimming your own light here, like hiding behind these shrubs. It's almost like be this energy, don't be this energy. All right, my pile 21s. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. I would appreciate if you guys could give me a thumbs up or comment down below. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed the content. I do offer personal and private tarot readings on my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box below. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye now. Hello, my pile 22s. My pile 22s. I'm thinking of that Taylor Swift song. I'm feeling 22. All right, so let's figure out what is going on. Like what chapter of life are you currently in? Which major arcana card represents you? And what other messages are coming through? All right, so we have the Strength card. Strength. Lovely. So, my pile 22s, you are currently experiencing a lot of self-control. So, strength is very literal in the sense where it talks about inner strength, your inner desires, almost like your animalistic desires as well, right? Things that you really, really want to do. But the message of this card is that you've been containing these desires, these feelings, and things that you want. And, you know, desires don't, you know, I know are connected to things that we want to feel. But it can also be, you know, things that either negative or positive. So maybe some of you are having self-control for not doing something that you shouldn't be, like overspending or overextending yourself, or like over managing, over supervising, getting involved with people that you shouldn't get involved in. So whether it's like friends, family, like you're holding something back. This could also talk about relationships and not wanting to give yourself away too freely. It's like you're being controlled even though you really want it. The card, the image depicts a maiden that's like really trying to control the mouth of a hungry lion. And lion, you know, this card is also ruled by Leo, and Leo's motto is I will. And this is like almost really practicing that will of what's best. I also kind of feel that a lot of you may be really trying to portray something to a certain people right now, whether this be at work or with family. I feel like you are you're discovering and learning something about yourself where you have to hold back in some kind of way. And if you're a woman, you know, which this is a maiden here, the femininity, it's almost like you can't be too feminine. So if you are a supervisor or a boss, it's almost like you have to be this lion. You have to be stronger, or you have to be weaker, right? When you're really a lion, it's like, let's quiet this lion down. Let's be this maiden. Let's be this beautiful, dainty woman that they want me to be. For some of you, that's what I'm getting. For some of you also, it could be like you're hiding your personality or hiding who you are around certain people because you don't feel like you can trust them. Or maybe you're worried about what they think about you, because this lion actually has like its tail between its legs. And we all know for certain animals, if their tail's between the legs, you know, specifically for dogs, I know this is a cat, but you know, it can represent fear, like being afraid. I do think that there is a sense of your pride that may be at risk here. With all of this yellow energy, I am thinking of like confidence, you being in the spotlight, more Leo energy. It is very much like if you do this, it's like you're trying to control how you're perceived here. So the chapter that you're going through in your life is control. It's holding back. There's something that you're learning about yourself in an environment that may be foreign to you. You feel like it's best to, that's the only thing you can control. Some of you also may be in a very uncomfortable situation and it's almost like you don't even know how to go about it. So you're like, let me just focus on myself and control myself, hold myself back since I can't control anything around me. You have the knowledge. You have more power than you are showing. This is someone who is humbled. This is someone who makes themselves smaller when they walk in a room. This is someone who really doesn't want to step on anyone's toes. Because they're like really fierce. They're like not wanting to fully push your limits or disrespect anyone. For some of you, you're learning your will and control when it comes to relationships and desires. Maybe temptations of the flesh, like in a marriage or a relationship, wanting something more, but telling the hungry lion and you like, hush, hush, it's okay. Like, you know, don't worry about it. Telling that inner part of you to lay low. You have a burning fire inside of you, Pile 22, and you have to let it out somehow. You have to let it out somehow. All right, so let's see what messages are coming through for you, Pile 22. I'll be pulling one card from the Energy Oracle deck. So what message does Pile 22 need to know right now? What message does Pile 22 need to know, those who chose Pile 22? What message do they need to know? What message does Pile 22 need to know? Wow, rest and rejuvenation. Okay. I'm telling you, there's a lot of that self-control here. A lot of you are tired from doing this, whatever this is. If you're getting the rest and rejuvenation message, you are exhausted from constantly holding up this facade. Or maybe even trying to hold out for this, for something. Strength can also be trying to work so much and tolerate things for such a long period of time. Relaxation and meditation. This card shows a man in the meditative and tranquil state. The message here is that it's time to relax. You may have been busy lately, but you should soon be finding more time to just let go. When you do, allow yourself to go within and open up to the peace and wisdom that are vibrating there. This card upright indicates that there should be more leisure time for you now and more of an opportunity to engage in peaceful thinking, so make it a priority. Your connection to spirit brings great assistance, but it can only be achieved through regular relaxation and meditation. Now is the time to make sure you insert this gentle activity into your daily life. In many ways, this is far more productive than unceasing in action. So what this is saying is that even though you feel like you have to harness this inner strength, it's telling you that it's time to release and let go and just rest. because, you know, really harnessing and hoarding in thoughts or feelings and trying to tolerate things for so long can feel overbearing even on your body, where you might feel tense in certain areas, certain chakras might even be blocked. This is calling for you to align some of your chakras, maybe even some of your root chakra here. Is he holding on to something? It looks like almost, it's honestly the alignment of everything entirely. All right, pile 22, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please let me know if it resonated. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I would also appreciate it if you guys could give me a thumbs up or comment down below. It would really help me get noticed in the algorithm. And I do offer personal and private tarot readings in my Etsy shop. The Etsy shop link is in the description box below. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.